guys, let's review Samsung HW-S60T soundbar. For $120 this is a massively good deal. Going from TV speakers to this was a huge improvement. Maybe when I get rich I'll get an upgrade, but until then this speaker is fantastic. If you have not yet subscribed this channel, please pause and hit the subscribe button. What is the Samsung HW-S60T? The Samsung HW-S60T represents something of a new direction for the Korean giant. This compact 4.0-channel all-in-one soundbar still benefits from the company's acoustical know-how, but also sports a more elegant and lifestyle-friendly design. It increases the volume of a TV a significant amount and makes everything sound way better than using the TV speakers. It only comes with optical audio port and wire. No HDMI connector. And can be connected with Bluetooth for wireless. No issues either way. But I prefer the wired optical connection. If you have a bigger space then maybe get something with a subwoofer and more speakers. But for an apartment, this is excellent for such a low price. Samsung has tried to mitigate the smaller cabinet by including the side-firing horns, wide-range tweeters and acoustic beam technology found on its more immersive soundbars. The result is a bigger soundstage from a more compact package. The S60T is a fully functioning smart speaker thanks to built-in Amazon Alexa, which means hands-free voice control and music streaming. There's also support for the SmartThings app, and the ability to add a wireless sub and rear speakers. If you want more surround envelopment, awesome sound for an awesome price. Music and movies sound great through this. Haven't tried connecting to the TV via Bluetooth. I just go direct in. I live in a small space and the soundbar fills the room beautifully. Great purchase, 10/10 recommend. The HW-S60T currently retails for £399 as the time of writing, August 2020. But there's also the grey HW-S61T if you fancy a change from black. While that's not cheap, if they sound as good as they look, these new models could be just the ticket for those with discerning eyes and ears. If you have not yet subscribed this channel, please pause and hit the subscribe button. Design. The Samsung HW-S60T sports an understated and elegant cabinet that's designed to fit seamlessly into any modern living space. It has curved edges and a wraparound fabric by Quadrat that covers the 6 built-in speakers. Quadrat appears to be all the rage with interior designers at the moment. But this is certainly an attractive soundbar with an eye-catching look and a pleasing sense of minimalism. Out the box the weight and appearance feels and looks premium. While watching content on Pluto I was hearing crackling sounds coming from the bar. But after the firmware update it disappeared for now. I'll update if it returns. I ordered this to pair with a Samsung QLED Q80T 55 inches for my bedroom. This soundbar is more than enough on its own. I also found the SWA9000S rear speaker kit for $100 and ordered those too, so to have the full surround sound experience. In fact, aside from the side-firing drivers, some basic touch-sensitive controls and an indicator LED. There's nothing to spoil this soundbar's clean lines. You'll never remember all the different LED color combinations. But thankfully the lack of a display isn't really an issue because the Samsung talks to you, telling you which input or mode you have selected. The S60T measures 764 by 68 by 125 mm, and weighs in at 2.9 kilograms. The HW-S61T is identical, but uses a light gray finish instead. Connections and control. The Samsung HW-S60T houses its connections in a recessed area at the rear, and it's a fairly simple selection. They're an HDMI connection with ARC and SEC support, and an optical digital input. That's your lot, although the soundbar also has built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, SBC. There are some basic touch-sensitive controls on the top of the soundbar. Although in the case of the black version these are quite hard to see, because they're basically black on black. The controls are made up of a multi-function button, on and off and source select. Volume up and down, and on and off for the far-field microphone. Controls. The S60T comes with Samsung's standard issue remote, and it remains one of the better soundbar zappers. There are central navigation and play and pause buttons, along with a sound control button for setting treble, bass, audio sync and side level. There's also a source select button, a Bluetooth pairing button. The sound mode, standard, music and adaptive sound. Volume up and down. Mute and a control for setting the subwoofer level. It's worth noting that some of the buttons have multiple functions. So holding the woofer button up for 5 seconds changes the ability to control the soundbar using your TV remote from the default Samsung setting to a third-party model. In addition, the right and left buttons skip music files forwards or backwards. Features and specs. The Samsung HW-S60T uses a 4.0 channel speaker layout that's composed of a total of 6 drivers and 180 watts of amplification. There is no dedicated center speaker, but there are 2 forward-firing speakers, each composed of a woofer and mid-range tweeter, plus mid-range tweeters on each side that drive a side-firing horn and upward-firing acoustic beam technology. There are also passive radiators for deeper bass. And the result is a soundstage with greater width, height and depth that's designed to fill the average living room. The combination of 6 drivers, 180 watts of amplification, and acoustic beam technology make for a big soundstage. The S60T decodes Dolby Digital Plus, along with regular 5.1 Dolby Digital and DTS. There are also a number of sound modes, standard, music, and adaptive sound. The first 2 are fairly self-explanatory, with standard reproducing audio with no processing, and music optimizing the speakers for 2-channel content. The adaptive sound mode analyzes the audio signal and automatically optimizes the sound depending on whether it's the news, sports, a movie and so on. The HW-S60T supports various file formats, including AAC, MP3, WAV, OGG, FLAC, ALAC and IF. There's also support for Spotify Connect, along with Samsung SmartThings app, iOS and Android, which provides a degree of control and makes setup easier. Samsung has added the tap sound feature this year, which allows owners of certain Samsung smartphones to simply tap the soundbar with their phone to make a Bluetooth connection. If you have not yet subscribed this channel, please pause and hit the subscribe button. The inclusion of built-in Amazon Alexa also turns this soundbar into a fully functioning smart speaker. This allows easy operation of the S60T using integrated Amazon Alexa voice control. You can play music, check weather, get questions answered, all completely hands-free. As a result, you can sit back on the sofa and just use your voice to get Alexa to skip a track or crank up the volume. The features include built-in Alexa, the SmartThings app and Samsung's Tap Sound for a quicker Bluetooth connection. While the HW-S60T is designed as an all-in-one soundbar, you can expand the system by adding Samsung's SWAW500 wireless subwoofer, 279 pounds, and SWA8500S wireless rear speakers, 112 pounds. This does rather go against the entire lifestyle ethos, but it's nice to know you have the option. The sound is excellent. The unit is 4 inches high. For some reason we were expecting shorter, but it works great. The Samsung HW-S60T is an impressive lifestyle soundbar. From a company that has only recently started to make inroads into this particular market. The cabinet is well made, with an eye-catching design that will grace any modern living space. The setup is simple thanks to Samsung's SmartThings app. And there's a choice of control options that includes built-in Amazon Alexa. More importantly, the S60T also sounds great, with an expansive and room-filling presence. The delivery is clean and detailed. And the side-firing speakers combined with Samsung's acoustic beam technology help make it sound bigger than it actually is. The bass response is reasonable. But as with most all-in-one systems, it struggles to go deep, although you can add a wireless subwoofer. There are limited connections, and obviously no support for immersive audio. But that's not who this soundbar is aimed at. Ultimately, the S60T makes an excellent choice for anyone seeking a discrete soundbar to boost the sound quality of their TV, while simultaneously complementing their living room's carefully chosen decor. Enjoyed the video. You guys can initiate a discussion in the comment box, if you have any different opinions about the contents in this video. Be the first to start the debate in the box below. Purchase links related to the products in this video are kept in description. We will be grateful, if you could please make your next purchase from that link, as this will help us to grow our channel. Good morning, good evening and good night, whichever part of the world you are from. Don't forget to subscribe to stay connected. I will assure you to make quality and interesting videos in future. This is Jason Peter, signing off.